The year was 1991. Music was changing and something raw was bubbling up from the underground. Then a song exploded, Smells Like Teen Spirit. It wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural earthquake. Nirvana, a trio from Aberdeen, Washington, had arrived. Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dave Grohl. They weren't typical rock stars. They were awkward, quiet, and carried the spirit of punk. Their music was loud, then quiet, then loud again, full of angst and energy. Smells Like Teen Spirit became an anthem for outsiders everywhere. Suddenly, Nirvana was one of the biggest bands on the planet. Their album, Nevermind, was selling millions. Fame brought them to unexpected places, including the legendary British show Top of the Pops. In Britain, Top of the Pops was the show every band wanted to be on, a true institution, but it was polished, controlled, and the opposite of Nirvana's world. The UK press buzzed about this American band shaking things up. Nirvana was about to step onto a stage that valued perfection over passion. The clash was inevitable. What happened next would become a legendary moment in music history. Nirvana landed at the BBC studios, ready to perform their hit, but they quickly learned Top of the Pops' secret-only vocals were live. The rest had to be mimed. For Nirvana, famous for their raw, unpredictable shows, this was a problem. Faking it went against everything they stood for. Punk rock was about authenticity, not pretending. The band argued with producers, but the rules were firm: mime or don't play. Most bands would have played along for the exposure, but Nirvana wasn't like other bands. Instead, they hatched a plan. If they had to fake it, they'd make it ridiculous. They'd follow the rules, but turn the whole thing into a joke. It would be performance art, a protest in plain sight. They agreed to go on stage, use the backing track, and give a performance no one would forget. The stage was set for chaos. Nirvana was about to turn Top of the Pops upside down. The world was watching. The music started. Smells Like Teen Spirit filled the studio. Kurt Cobain stepped up and sang in a deep, slow, comically off-key voice. Instantly, everyone knew something was off. Chris Novoselic swung his bass like a toy, barely pretending to play. Dave Grohl flailed at the drums, out of sync and grinning. The band made a mockery of miming, turning the performance into a hilarious protest. Kurt barely touched his guitar, wiggling his fingers at the camera during the solo. The band danced, laughed, and broke every rule of the show. It was pure punk spirit, anarchy on live TV. As the song ended, they abandoned all pretense, jumping and waving. They fulfilled their obligation, but on their own terms. The audience was stunned. Nirvana had just created a moment of television gold. The performance became instantly legendary, funny, bold, and unforgettable. For young fans, it was a revelation, a band refusing to play by the rules. Nirvana wasn't just singing about rebellion, they were living it. The moment exposed the artificial nature of shows like Top of the Pops. It inspired other artists to challenge the system. The story became part of Nirvana's myth, a symbol of grunge's attitude. Years later, people still talk about it, sharing the clip online. Nirvana could have played along, but they chose to make a statement. That's why they remain so important. More than a band, they had a point of view. Their Top of the Pops rebellion was a victory for artistic integrity. Rock and roll should be unpredictable, a little dangerous. Nirvana smashed the system with humor and defiance, and that was more rock and roll than any perfect performance could ever be.